usual and make sure I can see you on the other one, i.e. so I can see the chat. Give me a sec. I think I've done what I normally do, which is go live on the wrong place. Good at that. Do you think one day I'm going to learn? One day. One day. Also, if I don't work very well, I've got a problem in that see, it doesn't look like I'm live on the other on here, so I think I've listed it twice, which is good. Go me. Live. There we are. Live. I'm not going to turn the volume off though, because I don't want to hear myself talk. Okay, I can now see the chat and I can talk, so that's good. There's no one here. Oh, I think the person I can see that's here is me on my other computer. The plan is I'm going to do my swatch cards, which I've talked about, and I don't know that I really wanted to do a video of it, but equally I know that I like watching them, so I thought if I do it as a little live, then people can watch if they want, but it's not like one of the normal videos. Does that make sense? I hope the angle is okay. In a minute I will turn you down so you can see what I'm doing. I need to decide where I'm starting and whether I go palette by palette, which I probably will do. I've just got so many, haven't I? That's the problem. So many to swatch out. I don't know if I can see who's here the way that I've done it on here. I don't think I can. It's painful, sorry. Can I even see the chat? I can see the chat. I can't work out. I can see there's somebody here, but it's not showing me who. Give me a second to try something else. How are you anyway? I can't see the chat. I can't see who's here. I've done something wrong. So that's good of me. I think I might have to leave it as is. I can now see the chat at least on my laptop, but I can't see who's here. So sorry. Hello. I'm just going to be swatching out my watercolors and my other paints ready for my swatch cards. So I don't know if you've watched any of my last videos. I'm copying an idea by another artist on here called Helen Cryer, who has her swatch cards all stored in a beautiful folder. And this is, I bought the beautiful folder. I bought some cards to stick them on, and it's all individual. And I'm going to start just swatching out my paints basically. So the cards that I've got are, hello from Australia. Surely you should be in bed. Or is it 10 in the evening over there? What's the time difference? It's 10 in the morning here currently. So yes, these are little cards that I'm going to stick them on, but they're meant to be watercolour paper. Don't trust what you read on Amazon. They're not watercolour paper at all. They're just white card, but that's fine. I have got lots of watercolour paper, but it just means I need to swatch them out, cut them out and stick them on, which adds a little bit to the process, but it's okay. We've got time and there's no rush to do this. It is just one of those, You know when you see someone's done something that looks like a really nice thing to own. I just want to own a folder with all my watercolour swatches in, really. So that's why I'm doing it. It's not really urgent, is it? Anyway, I think what I'm probably going to do is turn you around because you won't be able to see what I'm doing. I don't know if you can see on here first of all. So I've just marked out a load of 2.5 centimetre squares, and I'm going to lay the watercolour on and then cut them out and write on the swatch cards. I did make a start the other day. 7 p.m. but you're in hospital. That's really crap. I hope your hospitals are less sweaty than ours. I work in a hospital and we've had rooms that have been 38 degrees this week, so that was fun. Not my rooms, thankfully, but yeah, hospitals are not built for hot weather. I suspect if you're in Australia, yours are built for hot weather, so let's hope they've got aircon. Ours do not have. Yeah, I started to swatch these out on the medium paper. This is the paper that I won in a giveaway. And I have started with, these are stone ground watercolours that I bought in Canada, and this one is the Beam one. I can't really see how shiny it is. And I might use this paper as well, but I don't really love this paper. Oh, it's the wrong paper. I've got a couple of pads that I don't love. This is one of them. I thought that was one, but it's not the one. It's probably somewhere in that big pile. I'm just going to use what I've got because that's what I've got. But I want to start on a fresh piece of paper. I do. I'm going to move you now, so you're going to feel sick. Close your eyes for a second. Because I don't want you puking. Particularly if you're in hospital, you probably feel sick as it is. Okay, that looks all right, does it? Is it after the wobbles? Yeah. I don't know why I haven't thrown this away. I've recorded a video this week and used the rubber, and it is shocking. I have tried to hack off the manky bits. So yeah, this is where I tested them out. Can you just see how rubbish this card is? It's definitely not watercolour card, and so I'm not going to swatch straight onto it because I just don't think it'll work. All right, let's make a start. We'll start with this pan. This one is my very professionally labelled blacks and neutrals. So we'll swatch these ones out first. And because I am so professional, in order to identify, obviously these have got to dry before I cut them out, I have written my very professional key sheet so that I know which paints are which. I do sometimes astound myself with my professionalism. Okay, where can I put this so you can see? Hopefully you can see the paints there. We will start up here. This one is Rosa Gallery Burnt Sienna. That's not very wet. I might just need to spray that with a little bit more. I hope your Wi-Fi is good, Karen, as well. Yeah, I'm just going to try and be as careful as I can. Well, I know that detail and precision are not in my skill set. They're not my, I wouldn't put them on my CV. I'll try, because I don't really want to them all to bleed into each other. So what I'm going to try to do is load the top left corner a bit heavier and then wash it out a little bit. Karen, have you got a favourite watercolour that you like to use? I am a fickle creature, and I do love, there are brands that I really love, and I do love the Rosa Galleries. I think for value and quality they're hard to beat, and obviously I love the Fancy Nancy ones as well. But yeah, Roman Schmall are lovely. I've got a few in here that we'll be testing out. They are just a little bit pricier, aren't they? But they are lovely. This one is a Rosa Gallery Caput Mortem. I'm wondering whether I alternate. No, we'll just have to be careful. She says, just not very careful. So yeah, you can see this one, some of them are much more pigmented, and I quite like the opacity of this one as well. Can't remember the order of my videos. Did you see, have you watched this morning's video, Karen? Hi Italy the Han. Glad you made it. I didn't think you were being rude at all with your comments. I knew that it was glitch, so please don't worry about that. We were just talking about favourite brands of watercolours. This isn't going to be a particularly exciting live. This is just going to be me chatting and painting squares ready for my swatch cards that I'm making. I was just saying, have you seen this morning's video where Wendy kindly sent me some dot cards of the Schminky paints? I might pop that one on here as well, actually. I mean, you'll be seeing the next video, but it might have encouraged me to make purchases that I didn't really need to make. But the colours are beautiful, so you might get a little sneak peek. But the Schminkies are lovely. They're really nice. But they are, I think I worked out it was about 4 times the price of the Rosa, because it was twice the price and half the size of tube. And yeah, obviously I bought them, and I probably will continue to buy those expensive paints, but it can be hard to justify it when you can get something that's fairly close in quality for a lot less money. Sorry, this one is a Holbein. I really love theirs as well, actually. I think they're the sorts of paints you have to just watch out for when they're on a good sale. Because I got these 3 for under a £5 on Jackson's. They must have been a clearance set or something. So I got this one, and I can't remember the other 2 colours. One was like a pink, I think, and blue. We will find them, I'm sure, when we're going through these swatches. Paper isn't the best though. It's fine and it's cheap. I think it's £2.99 for, I'll turn it over and see how many sheets it is in a second. It is £2.99 for 12 sheets. It's the Aquafine Daler Rowney. So for value, you can't beat it really. And for this sort of thing, it's perfectly fine. But you can see that the paints don't always work. They don't react beautifully on it. Okay, what's this one? I can't read. Winsor Newton Neutral Black. Oh, sorry, Schmink. I apologise. They've asked that. Okay. Is that your favourite brand, or do you? I think we've talked about this before, but do you have preference on brand, or are you like me? You like to just move around depending on what's got a good price and the colour set. See, I've got a lot of Winsor Newton from my previous life. I haven't really bought any since, probably in the last couple of years. But they are nice paints, aren't they? It's gone down really nicely on this paper. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to have to pause you because my daughter's coming out and she won't want to be on the live stream. I don't know how to pause it though. Did you need me? You need me? Okay. She doesn't need me. It's fine. Sorry, guys. This is the real life, isn't it? Right. Yeah, I think the Winsor Newton. Gosh, I think I might have gone a bit heavy with those. I wonder if you don't see that many people using them and talking about them, certainly on like YouTube and places like that. And I don't know if it's just that they're not, I don't want to use the word fashionable, but you know, like in vogue. I don't know why I put the water bar about 8 miles away from me. I'm going in too heavy with the water. Oops. Look, guys. Just can't be trusted to do neat things. I shouldn't even try to do neat things, I don't think. Tried to put prop my door open because of the heat, but as you'll be aware if you've watched any of my other videos, the hinge is rotten. I'm pretty worried the door is going to just snap off. There's the pigment now. No more Winsor Newton. Yeah. And I know you're going to tell me off because I still haven't done any reading about pigments when I said I was going to. I will eventually. Okay, the next one is Daniel Smith Black Tourmaline. How's the weather been for you, Attilia? Has it settled down? To be fair, I think last time we spoke you were pretty cold, weren't you? Do you know one of the things I'm looking forward to the most when we get the new studio is putting the camera on the right side of the table so I don't have to be trying to work across myself all the time because this is hard. I'm sitting like perching on the end of a chair trying to get to this corner. This door. I mean, I shouldn't moan because at least there is a little bit of breeze moving the door today. Okay. Right. We've got another Daniel Smith next, which is the Geothite. Probably said incorrectly. I used this painting this week in a painting you'll see next Saturday. And I think I might be a little bit in love with it. It looks a bit just like mud on here, but once it dries, it's so pretty. We've actually got phase 1 of new shed happening this afternoon, so I'm quite excited. It's taken months to get this far. It turns out builders and tradespeople just don't need the work. nobody wants the jobs, so it's taken a while to get to this stage, but hopefully in the next couple of months we might move. Well, probably not, it's going to be October time, I think. We might be moving into a new home. We as in me and you, not as in husband and child. The waffle flower stamp is good for a swatch. What is that? Is it like the right size and you just print it out? I've not heard of that. Won't nag yet. Yeah, I know you will. It's fine. I sometimes need a nag. I think the problem is I just get a little bit excited and think I'm going to do something, and then the next thing comes along and then I don't do it because something else distracts me. It's like shiny new things. I've got a shiny new thing behind me that I can't talk about, but that came yesterday, so I'm very excited for that. But I knew that I said I was going to do this weeks ago, so I need to do it. This one is what do we think that says? Winsor Newton. I think that's a WN. Light red. This is a nice colour actually. It's kind of not too, it's like a burnt sienna but a little bit more orange, isn't it? I hate the way this, I just don't like the way this goes down, and it's probably because I've chucked too much water in it. It's ugly. I might have to re-swatch that one at a later time. Did go a bit heavy with the water though, so my own fault. Okay. And next is another Winsor Newton, the Burnt Umber. I haven't picked the prettiest colours to start with, have I? Should we do the reds next? There's some very pretty ones in there. Have you guys got any plans? Oh, it's just a. Yes, it has all the blanks for info on the trade. Oh, well, I should have got them. I might have a look because obviously I've only just started on these. Although I have bought things, it's a bit wasteful of me, isn't it, to change them. I will look them up, and then when I have to do my next set, which is going to be a long way away because obviously I can't be buying new paints all the time. What did I say? This one? What? Oh, I've just gone in the wrong one. This one's the Winsor Newton. Have you done yours then? Have you swatched all yours out into trading cards? You sound like you have. You sound like a pro. I would say I'm not swatching these out. I mean, if you are looking at the way I'm laying down the paint and it's making you cry, this is how I paint. So that's why I'm laying the paint down in the same way that I paint, because I want it to look how it's going to look when I use it. I'm not a, you know, neat washes kind of girl. Which, if you've been here for a while, you know. This one is Daniel Smith Burnt Umber. So we've got the Winsor Newton one there, and then the Daniel Smith one here. And this is a much nicer colour, isn't it? I'm hoping, I don't know if we've got, where I live we have a lot of horse racing, and we sometimes get quite a lot of noise on race days, which is one of the reasons I didn't want to do a much later one. That, and I've got some stuff going on because I'm going to try and move the shed. I've got people coming, got some muscles coming to help move the shed. Not this one, sorry. The I'm confusing myself as well as you guys probably. I've got another little shed next to me, which we need to move before we do the building work to get me a nice bigger art shed. So the muscles for that is coming today. Windsor Newton are hard to re-wet when they're in pans. Yeah, these ones, I think you're probably right. They are definitely harder to re-wet. And they wet well. I do two per paint, one for brand, one and one. Oh, okay, yeah. So you, yeah, that's a nice way to have it. So you've got them set out. Oh, that's tempting. Look, I'll just let me do one initially, and then I might move on to doing a second one. Oh my goodness, this door is definitely going to come off the hinge, guys. Pull it forward and sweat for a bit. Right, what is next is Daniel Smith Raw Umber. Needs a little bit more water. Can you see how this one's granulating? It's lovely. Yeah, I like the idea of having them by colour and... Oh, you're tempting me now. I have, the folder that I've bought does hold 900 trading cards, so I mean I've definitely got the space. I was thinking I might swatch out my other paints, put my acrylics on there as well, and maybe my gouaches and maybe even my pencils. But I wanted to start with the watercolours. And I also think it's really helpful because when the other day I might have bought some stuff again, which you'll see on Saturday. No, you see it during the week. I've basically put a load of videos. You're getting 3 videos this week. And when I was on the Jackson sale, I was just getting, you know, when you just get sort of tempted by everything. I thought it would be helpful if I just knew what I needed. Well, not needed. If I knew where my gaps were, then that would make life easier. I don't know. I'm very aware of the fact I don't need any more. Right, and then what have we got? We've got Winsor Newton, Davies Grey. Let me re-wet these again because they've dried out. I thought I had 2 Davies Greys. I've only got 1 in here. Oh, I think the Daniel Smith one that I have got, which was an old workshop paint, has dried out, so I couldn't put it in the pan. It's one that I need to just cut out of the tube and use it like that. I hadn't got around to doing that yet. But that is a very different colour to this one. I feel like the Daniel Smith Davies Grey is a bit more yellow. This is a bit more blue. Talking about accidental duplication. I had an accident this week, and it is all on film, so you'll get to see it. But I'm sure I'm not the only person that's ever done this. I was going through the Jackson sale, the watercolours, and there was the one colour that I really wanted, which is the one that I swatched out today, which was the violet, something violet one. This place is such a mess, I don't even know where it's gone. Anyway, I put that in my basket and I thought I'll just have a look and see if any of the other brands have got a very similar colour. And then I paid and I forgot to remove them. So I've basically got 3 very, very similar colour paints because I didn't check my basket before I pressed buy. So that is a lesson learned for me. I'm hoping I can, I mean, I'll just have to use them. And they won't go out of date, let's face it, they'll last, so it'll be fine. Right, next is Roman Schmall Shadow Grey. Okay, now I'm going to sound like a snob. After saying I'm not a paint snob, I know I'm going to sound like it, but when you've just used the Winsor Newton and then you go on to use the Roman Schmall, they just feel so much nicer to use. So, okay, I am a bit of a snob. Didn't think I was. I haven't tried any of the Primatech range, I don't think, unless the ones I've got are, because my Daniel Smiths are, they're all not watercolour, they're all workshop ones. I don't really know what I've got there. Like, I know the colours, but I don't know the ranges and things. Okay, Rosa Gallery Neutral Black. This one's very exciting for you all. Don't know why I haven't got it with the other neutral black. I think it was just how the pans fit in the palette. This one's actually quite different to that Winsor Newton one, isn't it? Actually, is it just the 3 of us here? Let me have a look. Well, there's 5 people here. Who else is here that isn't talking? You don't have to talk. I'm not going to bully you into it. I'm not a fan of talking in public. I'll talk in public. Hang on. How am I going to word this? Like, I'll do this because it's kind of anonymous, and I've done a few national conferences and international conferences for work, but there I'm talking about work. Excuse me. So that's kind of easier than. I wouldn't want to do, at work when they say, oh, get in groups and introduce yourself. That sort of stuff is just, would make me want to run away. Okay, Rosa Gallery Sepia. I really like this colour. I think I'm going through a darks phase. Maybe it's that longing for winter and autumn after all this horrible weather we've had. It's a little bit cooler outside, but in the house it's just disgusting. Winsor Newton kept changing formulation without information. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Some of the ones I've got are really old because they're ones that I bought when I was, doing A-levels, which was at least 5 years ago. And some of them are workshop ones which we bought off of a friend, so I certainly haven't bought anything new from them for a while. I've never tried the M Harding paints. And they seem quite pricey. But that's as much as I know. What we've got here, Rosa Gallery, just says umber. This colour is one of the dullest colours that I've got, I think, but it's really boring. But it's fab for mixing. I use it all the time, even though it looks just, it's kind of washed out, isn't it? Well, now I've got to crack out the other browns that I haven't put in pans yet. I just don't know where I've put them. And this does mean I'm ruining the surprise for you for next week's video. Old or good, but not now. Okay, that's probably why we don't see people using them. I do feel like you're all going to judge me even more. Actually, to be fair, I'm going to put that one in the reds. So close your eyes if you don't want to spoil the next video. Please don't worry about that. I'm just going to, those ones I know are in pan order, so I'm just going to put this one down. Okay, so I did buy the Schmincke Mahogany Brown. Did I say that better? Please tell me. I haven't tried M Harding, hard to buy in Australia. Are there brands that are easier to get over there, Karen? Or any brands that we can't get over here that you get? Oh, that's too much paint, never mind. So I love this one on the dot card. I just felt like it would add to my browns. I don't have anything like it. I've just gone a little bit heavy with it, so I might struggle to. Also, not sure why I'm using this brush. I don't love it, but I've started and now I've committed to it. It's just so warm, isn't it? It's lovely. I do need to pop these into some pans, and I'm probably going to have to rearrange my things, aren't I? And then I bought also, this one is not going to be a surprise if you saw my response to the dot card, the Perylene Violet, which just gorgeous. European supplies, easier and cheaper. Okay, maybe I need to try them. Is there a particular colour that you think I should look at investing in? I wonder if I should have put this in the red, you know. Oh well, it's here now. Isn't it just beautiful? Just looks like cherries. I want to just like fresh cherries. So that one was those two are the deliberate buys. Oh, the buff titanium. Okay, Why is their buff better than other people's buff? That sounds rude. Don't mean it in a rude way. Okay, the next one, it was an accidental buy. This is the Rosa Gallery Maroon Brown, which was meant to come out of my basket once I decided to buy the Schmincke one. Because they're very, very similar. Very similar. I mean, today it looks slightly different, but when I swatched them out the other day, they almost looked identical. So, not my best work. But in my head, I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's a mistake. It was a £3 mistake. They're only about £3 these in the sale, and I just think for 10 mil, such good value. They are lovely, aren't they? Okay, less yellow. All right, I will check it out. So this one's the maroon brown. I didn't even look at the pigment colours, the pigments, you know. Sure they're different. My eyesight is so bad. I think I'm going to have to get, oh there it is. PV 29, this one isn't, this one's PBR 25 and PV 23, so very, very different paints, and I absolutely needed both of them. I've got 2 spaces. I've already gone in with some reds when I shouldn't have done, so I'm going to do the next one, which is also an accidental buy, which is the Rosa Gallery Rose Quartz Deep. This one actually is quite different, but I didn't need it, and I absolutely didn't mean to buy it. It was in my basket and accidentally didn't get removed. This one's a bit more opaque. You can see it's got a bit of white in it. It's a nice colour. I just didn't deliberately purchase it. They really are, Karen. I love roses. I feel like I'm their brand ambassador because every video I make, I'm telling people how much I like them. I just think for the price, for the quality, yeah. And they're affordable enough that a beginner could buy them and not feel too precious about using them as well. And I love all the posh stuff, but for me it's important that people feel able to paint and create and aren't put off by the price of things. And that's just as important as the beautiful, lovely paints here. Yep, so that one, it was the Rose Quartz Deep. I've got 1 square left. Since we're doing ones that are in there, I'm going to do this one wasn't accidental, this was a deliberate purchase, but this is the Royal Blue Rosa Gallery. And I really like this one. It's not, this was a replacement for, I've got Roman Small Royal Blue, which I love and have almost run out of. And I thought I'd try this as a replacement, but actually it's not the same colour at all. I feel like this is more of a lavender. But it is a beautiful colour. It's just not quite what I was hoping, so I might end up having to buy the Roman Small one anyway when they're on offer next. But I think Jackson's has just had their sale on Roman Small, hasn't it? Not that long ago. So It might be a little wait before I get them. That's probably okay. I mean, it's not probably okay, it's very okay. My purse does not need emptying further. Yeah, it's a beautiful colour, really love it. What I'm going to do, I'm going back to the States in November for a holiday. Yeah, I know, I have a lot of holidays. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm going to try and get to an art shop because what I want to do is see how much the Da Vinci's are. I don't know if you watched that video. I had some Da Vinci watercolours, which where are they? Here they are. This set here from my friend, and they really do remind me of the roses, like from a quality point of view and how they lay down. To buy them over here, they're stupid money, like 100 quid and stuff, which is way too much money. But I'm wondering what the price is in the States and if they might be sort of comparable to the roses, but I'm going to have a little look and see. I'm not going to buy any, obviously, just purely fact finding. Right, we're gonna need to get this off without get a palette knife, smudging them too much. So that is number 1. As they're drying, they are drying different, aren't they? Are you trying to be a brand ambassador for M. Graham? I mean, I don't blame you. Right, let's move those out of the way. That's that one done. Should we find the reds? Do those next. Right, we'll go in order again. This is upside. This one's upside down. There we go. That's better. Give them a spray. How are we doing for time? Goodness me, how have I been doing it that long? We've not achieved very much yet, have we? Hello to those of you that have just come in. Okay, let's start with one of my least favourite colours on the palette, or on any of my colour palettes. It's horrible, isn't it? I do use it quite a bit when I'm for mixing colours and stuff, but I mean, it's beautifully pigmented. It's just a little bit too out there for me. That makes no sense when I look at these pinks, which I know I love. In my head, I don't know, there's something about it, it's too much. Yeah, I think they will be cheaper in the US because they're US ones, aren't they? Oh, I hope you get well soon, Karen, and I hope your meds aren't disgusting ones or sore ones. But take care. Next one is another Rosa Gallery. This is the cadmium red light. Their reds are so pigmented, the roses. Is there anyone else here that's UK? Oh dear, here we go. I've managed to get them touching. UK based that pooed their pants last night when they got the alarm. We had one of those national phone alerts for those of you that aren't in the UK last night. And when I tell you, it was traumatic. It was really traumatic. My daughter was home alone at the time because we'd nipped out to the shops, and she'd never had one of them alerts before, and yeah, she wasn't expecting it. Right, what's next? Oh, the bright red. This one's really nice. There's a lot of roses in this palette, actually. Red's one of those, I don't know about you, I just don't use masses of it in my painting. So they seem to last a long while. Here they are. Yeah, lovely. Dear, dropped a bit of water on there. It's going to get ugly. Oh. And Carmine, which is just so cheerful, aren't they? What's your favourite colour set to use? Oh, do you make? What do you normally paint actually? What are you, a landscape artist or wildlife or urban sketching? What's your thing that you like to paint? Right, what have we got next? Another Rosa Gallery. Madder Red is the next one. It's buckling. It's really not the best paper. And 60. Oh, you're brave, cities. I mean, you've seen my Toronto one, haven't you? Yes, that was last week. Where is that? That's over here. I love the idea of cityscapes. Definitely no cityscape. Where is it? It wasn't in the beginning, wasn't it? I don't find them easy. I really wish I was brave enough, there you go, to go out and do proper urban sketching and stuff. I'm not. The thought of painting like that in front of people I don't know and the potential of having a load of strangers come up to me makes me feel a bit nauseous. Paint anything that stands still. Okay, we now got a Roman small. So this one is the Quin Red. I can't get my words out this morning. Quin Red. It looks so muted compared to the others, but it's nice, isn't it? Just a little bit more subtle. I'm gonna have to open that shed door and hope that the hinge doesn't blow off in a minute because I'm sweating. Oh, hello, got some new people chatting. Hello from Hillside Studios. Favourite palette brand colour? Yeah, I agree. It's really hard to pick. The bright reds are lovely. But do you have an absolute favourite like paint that you love, or are you like me and super fickle? And hello. Oh goodness, how am I going to say this? Squadio I can't say your name. I'm sorry. I'm going to call you Squadio. I hope that's okay. Oh, have we been chatting? Have we been chatting on already about Canada? I feel like we might have been colour parade. Oh, what a nice way of saying it. Yeah, we were definitely chatting, so we were talking about your colour palette, weren't we? If I showed you out the window, I mean, you need a lot of ochre and grey. When you come, I'm hoping when you come, maybe the weather will be a bit nicer, but the weather is just, it's roasty, and we've had so many wildfires, and I have never known in my adult lifetime anything like it. I've never known us have wildfires, and they're happening all over the show. They sent out the national alert yesterday to tell people not to have barbecues and things like that. It's just relentless at the moment. Well, I'm glad Canada is here and representing, because I have fallen in love with your country, and I am definitely going to come back and maybe come. We still haven't decided actually. Some of it will depend on flights and where we can get into and out of easily. My husband really wants to go down up the west coast, but obviously flights are a bit more pricey there. What have we got here? This one is the Daniel Smith Quinn Rose. Sorry, for those of you that have rocked up a little bit later, I am just starting to swatch out my water. Well, I'm going to swatch them all out, all my cards, because I'm setting up the folder, the trading card folder with all of my colours in. And it's going to be a little bit of a labour of love, because it's not really an essential task, is it? But I do think it's going to help me when making new purchases. It'll help me decide what I feel like I need. So that's what we're doing today. And it means I can talk to you, because if I'm trying to paint properly, I can't. I love the UK as well. Whereabouts are you heading? Which part of the UK are you coming to? This one is one of my favourite reds. This is the Daniel Smith Pyrrole Scarlet. I really love this one. MJ, thank you. I will call you MJ. Kent. Are you visiting family? There's some really stunning places to visit in Kent. And you're so close to Sussex, you can go down and hang out in Brighton with all the cool kids for a little while. This one looks so muted. Now, we were talking earlier about how the Winsor Newtons are really hard. Once we've put them in a pan, they're really hard to reactivate, and this is very true of this one, which is the Cobalt Violet. When it's out of the tube, it's lovely. It's just not lifting up very well out of the pan. Also need to apologise if you've told me stuff and I forget it. My brain is mushy. It's mushy all the time, but it's really, really mushy at the moment. So I'm forgetting all sorts of stuff. Lots of really important things, as well as people's names and conversations. And I'm not normally a mushy brain person, but this last few months it's taken its toll on me. I feel like this isn't doing that any favours. I might just see if I can find a tube one. And, do it out here, the Cobalt Violet. So I think you are right about the Winsor Newtons once they've been put in the pan. Give me half a second, well maybe 10. I'm going to go and empty my bucket of water because it's getting a bit disgusting. Won't be a second. Coming back. Whoop. There's the wind. Yeah. Sorry about that. The plants by my shed are the only ones that get watered because the buckets of water always go on them. Oh dear. Right. Where were we, guys? In Lords and Hythe. Oh, that's going to be lovely. Have you got many day trips planned? Excursions, or are you just going to be doing lots of around that, like the local area and around Biggin Hill and just hanging out with your family? This one is a Holbein. I was just saying earlier, I bought 3 Holbein as a set maybe a year ago in one of the Jackson sales. You know, they do the clearance section, and I had these 3. This one, they had the raw sienna and a blue, I can't remember which ones, we'll come to it in a minute, for about £5 for the 3 of them, and they are lovely. They're quite pricey when you buy them individually though, I think. They are lovely. So that's Opera, and then we've got the Rosa Gallery Opera, which is a completely different colour. Have any of you got any nice plans for the weekend? I was just saying earlier, guys, we've got some people coming to help me move a little shed, which hopefully means we can start the building work for my new studio. So they're coming today. That's if we can move it. If not, we might be having to take it down, and it's a shame because it's in good quality. It's just very small. It's like maybe I think it might be 6x4 shed that we bought as like a playhouse for my daughter, but it's still in good nick. So we want to move it to the bottom of the garden where we can just use it to put table and chairs in, and then that gives me some space next to the garage. So the plan is we're converting the garage into a studio for me, because at the moment it's just a rubbish, it's a rubbish, no, dumping ground, that's the word. But it's got an asbestos roof, so the roof has to be changed, and it's quite dark, so we need some windows put in. But it's taken a long while to try and get anybody. It's made me think I shouldn't have gone into nursing, and I should have gone into a trade. You know, when you're younger, everyone's like, oh, we'll always need nurses. I think nowadays tradespeople are higher in demand. Okay, so that was the Naples blush. I always call it the wrong thing. And then we've got Roman Schmall Potter's Pink, which is lovely. Swatched this one out on today's video, didn't I, against the Schmincke one. I am quite rough with my paints. I apologise. I'm not a gentle painter. Magpies. Oh, I do like painting magpies. They're quite hard to draw. I feel like they should be easy because they're quite graphical shapes. But they are a little bit hard, aren't they? Okay, so that's that pan, and then I'm going to add in some others that are loose because I've got some space. So this one is 2. Sorry, I've got a very high quality way, guys, of recording what I'm using. 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5. Katie, that's right. Yeah, fine. What were we saying? Oh, have you been following my shorts? I've been doing shorts where I'm doing a load of birds out of my AA Bird Box book, and I did a magpie for that, and it came out okay, but it was quite hard to do. I've really enjoyed doing this. I've got three left to paint, and then I'm finished, and that will be a little sketchbook just of very, I mean, they're birds, but they're not, it's not. I've lost the paint, guys. Any ideas where I put it? Yeah, it might be in this one. Just going to do these loose ones. So up the top here we'll pop the stone ground. Just get, this has got other paints on it because I'm so mucky. Right, this was the one I bought in Canada, stone ground watercolor in Scarlet. Now I have since found out that they've got gouaches as well, but I didn't see them. Well, maybe I wasn't looking for them. I didn't see them when I was in the art shop, and I had wondered if any of these ones were, because some of them are quite opaque, but I've checked the labels and they are all watercolours, the ones that I bought. So if you haven't seen that video, I think it was last Saturday's, but I did recently visit Canada, as we've just sort of chatted about, and I wanted to, it's a thing for me. I like to, if I visit another country, I want to buy something from that country. You know, instead of a fridge magnet, I want to buy a nice paint or something. So when I went to Lisbon earlier in the year, I brought back some of the art graph, which I love, and this time I brought back some stone ground paints and one beam paint, which we'll swatch out in a second. So I need to write this down because I will forget. So that's stone ground, Scarlet, these aren't going to be pretty, I'm sorry guys. I'm putting in some different colours. This one is the Mayan Indigo Blue, also stone ground, also mucky. This colour is stunning as well, isn't it? Yeah, the iridescence. I think that's, in my head I was like, well, you could just do that and then put the black over it or something. If I could work out how to do that nicely, this colour would work really nice on a magpie, wouldn't it? They're quite hard, these watercolours, compared to some of the other ones I've got. Still haven't popped them in a palette yet, but I will. I'm just doing the ones that are in this tin, so there's no order to these. This one is the, this is the Beam Fiddlehead Green, and when I tell you I only bought it because of the name, that is the absolute truth, because Fiddlehead Green is amazing as a name. And this is an iridescent. I think it might be the only, well, I have got some other iridescents like knockoff Kurotakis that I've got. If they're roosting nearby, I'm betting they're really noisy, are they? Magpies that are roosting. See, these paints are quite hard as well. Oh, there's a little touch of blue in there. Did you see that? To my Canadian friends sitting here, do you guys use the stone grounds and beams, or is it? Okay, I'm so sweaty. Sweating. It looks lovely outside, as in windy, but it just means the door. Try something else. I suspect that's going to knock it over, but we'll try. Yes, and noisy. Yeah, they're so noisy. Now this one, can we remember what this one was? I'm not going to swatch that one out. I remember buying it. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a Holbein. I'm going to leave that, and I'm not going to do the Kurotakis just yet either. That's it in that tin. What else have I got sat in this box? We've got the Pansy Blue watercolour as well from Stone Ground. I hope this isn't triggering any of you, me mixing my colours like this. Love this one. I don't know, it's lovely and opaque. I think this was the one that we were talking about and someone thought it might be the gouache, but it definitely says watercolour on here, so. I feel like I'm going to get through this one quickly because it's just one of those colours that I'll probably end up using in every painting. I mean, do try them. They are expensive though, aren't they? Even when you're buying them over there, they're a lot of pennies. So keep an eye out on somewhere like Vinted. Maybe you'll pick up a cheaper set. And the Hellebore Purple, which is also watercolour. Just need to clean that off. This one's lovely too. I think I like the Stone Grounds more than the beams, but I don't know if it's just because I only have that one beam and it's iridescent, so it's harder and it's just not as me as the others. This Hellebore Purple actually, maybe a little bit less red than the ones we just swatched out on the other page. But I might compare them in a second. Ooh, look at that. It's delicious, isn't it? Long tails, yeah. And they're really not nice birds either, are they? Magpies. They're very naughty. Yeah, that's 3. They're all so different. It's okay. I'm going to use them. I'm going through my dark phase. Halloween's coming. I'm going to be doing lots of Halloween things. What's this one again? Beam green. STG. Hellebore. Can't remember what that one's called. Pansy. Is that all of them in that are loose? No, I've got a couple of loose ones. I might put those in the greens. Right, that lot can go away. We're definitely not going to get through all of them today because it's taken me ages to do just these few. What should we do next? Neutrals? Blue. Where's my blues and greens? Anybody seen them? What have I done? What have I done with them? Yeah. Might do these next. They won't all fit on one page, so I will we'll start with a couple of them on here. We'll do the purple. That's at least that and the orange. This one is Rosa Gallery, and I think it's just called purple. Oh, it's not that bad. I think I'm beating it up. It's all right when it's dark. Like that, almost black. It's just when you wash it out a bit, it gets a bit disgusting. And then it's going to be the Daniel Smith Prussian blue, just because that's next to it. I quite like this one, but it's not coming out very well. Can you hear that door? So we got Rosa Purple, Daniel Smith Prussian. Lovely. Right, let's start the next page. I think I've marked out one more page. Do you know what? I'm so looking forward to having a bit of space because I don't have any space in here. A small 6-beam palette. Didn't find any favourites. Yeah, I looked at the ones in the with the like that are set in wood and things, and I couldn't work out if it was just a bit gimmicky, and also I couldn't work out how much paint was actually in them. And I like to know what I'm getting for my money, so that's why I didn't buy any of those ones. I just bought the one palette, and I know people really love them, so I don't want to diss them, but I'm not sure they're for me. Right, we're going to start at the top left, which is the Rosa Gallery Jade Green. I don't feel like I use this that much, but actually it's really nice. No problem. You have a lovely weekend as well, and I hope the weather is kind. You're up very early. I really appreciate you joining so early in the morning. So have a lovely day. Go and get a cup of coffee and go and get a Hortons. I actually didn't like Hortons that much. Sorry if you loved Tim Hortons. I feel like it's a bad thing to say to any Canadian because they're everywhere, but wasn't quite as exciting as I'd hoped. Anyway, sorry. Now I'm dismissing your amazing country, and I don't mean to. Have a lovely day. This is another one of my favourite colours because you can see the bottom of the pan. This is the Rosa Gallery Cobalt Green. I've missed a colour. Oh my goodness, this is going to get confusing. Got them out of order. Just got excited when I saw the colour. I don't know what it is I love about this colour. It's slightly muted. It's really nice for backgrounds because it's got that kind of like bluiness to it. Yeah, lovely colour. Love this one. And now I'm going to have to write this down because I'm going to forget that I've messed these colours up. Beautiful there, Katie. So that's the Cobalt Green. And this one, next one is actually going to be the Rosa Emerald Green. Doing so well. That's my punishment for dissing Tim Hortons. Not dissing it. Just wasn't as good as I was expecting. I think, you know, sometimes you big things up in your head, don't you? Although to be fair, they do a nice apple fritter. This one's a pretty grim colour, isn't it? It'd probably be a good colour to add to your magpies though, this emerald green. It's just a bit much. It's really funny how your tastes change. I would say 2 years ago I was painting with lots of these sort of emerald green, these dual colours, the purples, the emerald greens, and I've just gone right off them. So it's really weird how you change and evolve and tastes change. Okay, I think they need a spray, don't they? Right, we've got Rosa Gallery Mint. And then the Rosa Gallery Cobalt Turquoise. I like both of these colours. Probably don't use either of them as much as I should. You know, sometimes there's colours you love but you just don't use them. These are those. No reason. Like, I can't take it out on them. They've done nothing wrong. It's me, not them. Just don't use them that much. Right, what have we got next? The Holbein. This is the last of the Holbeins. I've got this one. It's Composed Blue. That's going to have to go down here. Sorry if you hear any background noise. I have got the door a little ajar and it sounds like the neighbours have got visitors, so apologies. You probably can't hear any of it. Love that blue. And then this is one we were talking about earlier. If you weren't here, I tried to buy a replacement for this, but Rosa Gallery version, but it's not the same. So this is the very nearly run out Roman Schmall Royal Blue. And it's lovely. Let me see if I show the... There you go. That's the Rosa Gallery one. So they are very different. This one's much more of a lavender. And Rosa Gallery Cobalt Blue. There's the next one. How's everyone doing? Are you all still there? Probably gone to get on with something a bit more interesting on your Saturday morning. I really like this cobalt. There's 5 of us here. That's good. Just checking I wasn't here on my own. Right, so next is any idea what it looks like? Looks like VG. Sure, it's, I don't know whose it is. It's Hooker's Green. And it says VG. I'm sure it isn't VG. Let me have a, oh, it probably is Van Gogh. I've got a few Van Goghs from workshops. There we go. Van Gogh, Hooker's Green. If you're not familiar with these, Van Gogh paints are another really good value, kind of a student grade. I think they're student grade, but actually they feel, you know, pigmented. I've had some set up in this shed, swatch cards that I did about a year or so ago, and they're still, they haven't faded. So from a light fastness point of view, I reckon they're probably all right. And this is a really lovely green. It's really vivid, but actually I don't find it as offensive as some of the other vivid greens. Oh, who's here? What are we saying? Love the cobalt and jade roses. Yeah, they're nice. I honestly don't know whether which you put down first. When I was away, I tried to paint a bird. It wasn't a magpie. I can't remember what it's called. Let me pull it up. A Canadian bird. One of you's gonna shout at me and tell me what it was called. It was a grackle, a common grackle, and they're iridescent, a bit like the magpies are. Now I didn't get the iridescence in at all, but I just put the colours in and I didn't put the iridescence over. Yeah, I mean, what you really need is some sort of granulating one, don't you? If you could get a granulating, I don't know them well enough to know if there is one that is like a black that then granulates into those sorts of colours. What's next? The Winsor Newton Cobalt Green. No, yep, Cobalt Green. This is lovely as well. My swatch cards are going to be so ugly compared to the ones that I've watched online where people make them really beautiful and neat, and I just can't be neat. Right, one of my new favourites is the Winsor Newton Green Gold. That's what's coming up next. It's not very wet, I need to wet that a bit. I was thinking, I massively underestimated how long this was going to take, because I've got the glue out and my gelatine out to cut them all. We're definitely not going to have time for that. This colour is just delightful, isn't it? And then it's Winsor Newton Permanent Sap. And that's all right, isn't it? I mean, it's not gonna change the world, not for me anyway. Okay, what have we got next? We have got Winsor Newton Smoked Blue. I've gone a bit heavy on that one. I do like this one. It's kind of like purpley blue. Yes, I feel you. Hot South London, it's just disgusting, isn't it? I was just saying to, hang on, who's coming over to see us? Let me scroll back up. Katie, use your brain. Saying somebody. Anyway, head down to Kent. My brain's gone mushy. Sorry guys, don't mean to offend you. As I said, I have got a very mushy brain and stuff is not sticking in it at the moment. It's just horrible. We were talking about what colour paints to bring and I think just ochre, and yeah, it's just, we should be lovely and green and lush this time of year and it just isn't. Did you poo yourself when you got the alert last night come through on your phone? Because I did. What have we got now? Winsor Newton Blue Green is next. This one's a nice one as well. Like that. I've got more Winsor Newtons than I thought, you know. I do think a lot of that is because I had that set from a few years back. We're going to run out of space very quickly. Daniel Smith Manganese is next. My plan is to finish these blues and greens, then I'm going to let you all go and enjoy your Saturday, and I've got to empty this shed ready for my helpful people to come and help me, nephews. I do hope we can move that shed out. It's going to make life a lot easier. Don't know what's happening next door. Don't know if you heard that. It sounds like someone's been shot. I'm sure they haven't. I live in a very nice area. That's quite interesting too. It's funny, isn't it? You lay random colours down next to each other and then you realise how nicely they work together. And that's one of the things I'm excited about with once I've done these swatch cards, is I can then move colours around and just see how they work together. Right, and then we've got the Daniel Smith Cobalt over here. Oh, I've missed one out. Oh, Katie, Katie. Confusing myself. That lays down really nicely, doesn't it? Okay. And then, so this one's DS Kolb. And that one is DS Mang. And then this one is going to be Daniel Smith Cerulean Blue Chrome. So let's put that one down, out of order. Someone's going to have to remind me this when it comes to gluing them on phase, because I'm definitely going to get them wrong. It's quite an interesting one, isn't it? MJ, sorry MJ. Gosh. Brown, yeah, very brown. What I found really sad was when we flew back in from Canada a couple of weeks back, and we came over the south coast, and no, maybe it wasn't southwest, came southwest and then sort of across to London to land, and it just looked, everything looked brown. And it shouldn't do. It should be lovely and green and lush this time of year, but it was horrible. Right, so if that was that, done the Cobalt, so now we're on the Winsor Newton, Winsor Blue. I've got a lot of blues. I don't really think I need this many blues, guys. Something wrong with this square of paper. Can you see? It's got, I don't know if I've touched it with greasy fingers or something. Okay, I'm going to have to write that down because I'm going to get muddled. And then we're going to do RSIG, RSI. Right. So the next one's going to be Roman Small Indigo Green. Which is beautiful. Another one of my favourites. Yeah, look at this. It's weird. It's I might have to swatch these ones out later. We'll see how they dry. But something has touched this paper that's like causing a resist. My dirty, greasy fingers, probably. Okay. And Indigo, Roman Small. Another nice one. Oops, getting some splotches over there. Golden ochre would work very well, yep. I got the golden ochre Neocolor 2 the other day, and that's, yeah. Right, let's move those. That's number 3. And oh, I was organised. Look at me. Gold Star, Katie. Well, I've drawn another one out to finish these off. We're going to go with the, I don't know whose this is. There's a Prussian blue. I didn't say whose Prussian blue it is. I think it's Winsor Newton, and I think it's in its original pan, so I'll pull it out in a minute and check, but I'm pretty sure it is. The pans just look a bit different. that's a nice blue, isn't it? And then the next one is, I'm lying somewhere. This one's Holbein Ultramarine Deep. So maybe it was a set of 4 Holbeins I bought. I thought it was a set of 3. Probably find another one, it'll be a set of 5. I don't love this one as much as the other. What was that? We had days and days of smoke. Yeah, I mean, you had. Was the smoke from some wildfires? Air quality. I mean, it seems all right, you know, for here. But I don't think you've had fires down your end, down in Kent, but there's been a lot of fires around in the Midlands and stuff. Right, next one's Roman Schmall, Phthalo Blue Green. That is quite nice, isn't it? I started this morning when we were talking, going, oh no, I don't know that I like the posh paints that much more. And then you do the posh paints and you're like, oh, maybe I do like the posh paints more than the others. Oh, Katie, I've missed one out. Again. Right, let's get this done. So 4, 1, 2, 3. So that one is Prussian. That one's the Holbein Ultramarine Deep. This one actually is the Roman Schmall Phthalo Green Blue. So the next one is going to be the Rosa Ultramarine. Goodness me. I'm going to have to do these today because I am never going to remember this in a week's time when it comes to cutting them out and sticking them on. MJ, are you flying into Gatwick if you're going to Kent? Oh, Katie, I've done that wrong. I'll put down the Phthalo Blue Green. Getting distracted. I quite like, I mean, I like Gatwick as an airport. It's just a little bit of a trek for us. We have to go over the Dartford Bridge and everything and pay the toll roads and but it's quite a nice airport for a big airport. Like those alarms were unnecessary. How many times did yours go off? Mine only went off once, but my daughter's went off twice, and so did my husband's. And yeah, it's just a little excessive. I appreciate we need to take it seriously, but boy, was it loud. Okay, let's get these last 3 purchases down, which you will see during the week if you watch my little naughty haul. I did buy the olive green yellowish Schmincke because I think it's beautiful, and I felt like I didn't have a green like it. I mean, I've got some greens that are probably a little bit like it, but I just think it's just glorious colour. Yeah, it's lovely. Too much. But I could do without falling in love with expensive paints. Particularly if I'm trying to get the studio sorted, which is costing a lot of money. I think in a couple of weeks I am going to go to IKEA and look at storage and things like that. So the next one is the super granulating deep sea green. Again, gone a bit heavy there, whoopsie. I just think it's funny how I've gone from no, I don't like granulating paints to buying them. Just takes a couple of nice swatch cards, doesn't it? I am going to blame Wendy for this, for these purchases. Yeah, see, I don't understand. Why would some go off once, some go off twice? I didn't know. I didn't know if it was because whether you have to listen to it and otherwise it goes off, or if your phone's turned on. I don't really understand it. If you're not in the UK, particularly if you're in the States, I know your alerts go off quite a lot for lots of reasons, like you know, missing children and all sorts of stuff. I think that's the first proper one we've had over in the UK. This one is the Forest Blue. So nice. Lovely. I mean, they don't look that lovely at the moment, but they will look lovely once they've dried. Just put a bit more water in there. Okay. I was going to stop once I'd finished, but now I feel like maybe I need to finish this page. So let's put this down. So this is the OGY. Definitely not writing that all out. That one was the Forest Blue. And that one was the Deep Sea Green. So we've got a few squares left to do. What shall we do? Let's have a look. We haven't done yellows yet. Done reds, done blues and greens. Done the loose ones. I think it will be the yellows. I'll do the Da Vinci separately. I don't know whether I do the mediums and stuff as well. I'm not sure whether I do those ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh wow, 13. That is. There you go. Fate. Let's give it a spray. So we're going to start with that one. Arcad Yell. Just going to write these down now before I forget. Arcad Yell Light. RSH Yell. Then Right, going to start with Rosa Cadmium Lemon. I probably should have changed the water, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. I think we might get a little bit of contamination here where there's some spots. That is a nice bright yellow, isn't it? And then this one is the Rosa Cadmium Yellow Light. I feel like I could stay in here all day with you guys and get this finished and get them all cut out and labelled, and it'll be lovely. But I have got stuff I need to do, annoyingly. So I really got to get that shed cleaned out before we try and move it. And then we've got the Roman Small. I don't like this one so much. Not that I don't like the colour, it just really doesn't like re-wetting. Hansa Yellow Medium. We're not crying outside. Hope somebody's not upset. Well, they're obviously upset they're crying. Injured. Maybe let's hope they're not injured. It's not nice on this paper, is it? I'm going to end up re-swatching some of these. I can feel it in my bones. Next is the Winsor Newton Raw Sienna. I've said this a couple of times already today, but these Winsor Newtons are very hard. They need like half an hour of soak time before the paint is wet enough to use. The paint's just a little bit, I don't know, it's like a bit crumbly. It's not great. It is. They are old paints, so let's not blame the paints. We'll blame the fact I'm using paints that are 30 years old and don't want to be re-wet. Next is the Rosa Gallery Lemon. Oh, Katie, words. Rosa Gallery Yellow Ochre. Katie, that was embarrassing. Then we're on to my faves, aren't we? The Queen Gold. So this one's the Rosa Queen Gold, which is pretty much just a raw sienna to me, but it's okay. It's just not as beautiful as the other two. glycerin work in watercolours as well then? I've heard about that for the gouaches to stop them being crumbly, but it works with watercolours. Never thought of that. To be fair, I didn't do it to the gouaches either, did I? Because I couldn't be able to go out and buy any, but next time. The difference between these two is just vast, isn't it? This one's the Roman Schmuel Queen Gold. Which is beautiful. And then the Winsor Newton Queen Gold is nice if I can get it to reactivate. I haven't got much of this left. This was a really old tube, again, that I've had about 10 years or more. And I've used a lot of it, so this is probably all I've got left. I mean, I'm putting the white, I don't even know why I'm doing this because it's not even white anymore, because it's everything that's in the brush and on the palm. We'll just maybe ignore that, shall we? Yeah. Okay, nearly there, guys. Then I will release you for your day. Rosa Gallery Naples Yellow Light is next. I really like doing these live streams with you guys. I just find it really stressful. The whole setting it up is harder than I would like. Or I am not, it's not setting up as harder than I'd like. I'm just not very good at doing it. Okay, Rose Gallery Raw Sienna is next. I'm not quite sure why I've got some raw siennas in my yellows and some in my neutrals, but I have. As my collection is growing, I do think maybe I need to buy a couple more of the bigger palettes. That might be easier. Daniel Smith New Gamboge, which is a lovely colour. I don't really use it much, but that's again a me issue rather than a them issue. That's lovely, isn't it? I don't like that. I'm just going in with too much water. I think I need to remember to put the paints on the swatches how I use them, and I won't be using them with loads of water because I don't like it when they go all fluffy. And the last one is the Daniel Smith Naples Yellow. Doesn't want to come to life. There we go. I'll get better, will I? I don't know if I will. I'm going to quickly, for those of you who didn't, I had this one. I started these the other day and then decided I didn't like the paper that much. But I'm just going to redo these quickly. Not the green one was fine, it's just these two. I'm not loving how they came out, so I'm just going to redo them. And then I will stop. In the video that I've just edited that is going to come out for you, I think that it's next Saturday's. Excuse me, I'm getting them muddled, but I've done quite a lot this week. For this week, you've got four videos in 7 days. I used these two together, and they were really nice, like layered over the top of each other. Stop faffing with them now. Right. I'm going to turn you around and talk to you for a minute. Sorry, there's another message on here. I mean, don't feel bad about missing the lives. I think most people have got better things to do than sit and watch me mess around in this shed. So please don't worry. But thank you. I'm really glad you came today. And I find, the thing I find with these lives is it's nice to chat, but also I always learn something. Because I don't know much, and you guys all know a lot more than me, it's, yeah, I always come away thinking, oh, okay, I'll do that next time. Or I just learn stuff, which is the whole point of me being here, to make me learn and make me create more. So thank you all for encouraging me to do that. So thanks. Right, I think, I mean, the plan was to get them cut out and all mounted and labelled in this video, that's in this stream, and that's not going to happen. They're so nice to look at, aren't they? Do you think I should, I mean, I can carry on doing this and do like a short video. Do you think that's going to be too boring for people? Let me know now in the chat. There's 4 of you here, 3 of you here actually, because one of you is me. What do you think? Shall I try and get a little video out with this, or is that just too dull? I'll wait. I can't wait. I just can't. Silence is hard for me. So I'll wait and see if someone does put a comment in the chat. But thank you very much for coming. That took way longer than anticipated. So just to do 3 pages of swatches has taken. Do it, please. Okay, I'll do it. That's fine. I'll do it. Do 3 pages of swatches, and that's without cutting, labeling them, sticking them, all of that. I think what I'll probably do is get this lot cut out and labelled and stuck before I do more, because I know I'll get muddled and then I'll end up calling things the wrong thing and it will just be a mess. So, right, thank you all very much for coming. I'm going to let you head off on your way and enjoy your thank you. Mesmerizing. Oh, there goes. Oh, I don't think I can show you. All the birds are on the fence. No, they're going. There's about 10 sparrows just joined us. They're mesmerized and enjoying being here as well, so that's good. You're all very kind. I am. Oh, I thought you were saying you said the same. Yeah. 3 on here and 1 of them is me. I was hoping you did live streams too. I don't watch many live streams, but I usually go back and watch them, and they're the sort of videos that I like to watch, and then I accidentally go to sleep because they're just quite chilled, aren't they? So, yay nurses, yeah, yay nurses. Let's not talk about that. I'm not here to talk about work because that's depressing, but I'm here to talk about the paints today. But thank you very much. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. If you haven't watched this morning's video, go and watch that one. It's a fun one, and I want to say thank you again to Wendy for sending me those paints. And if you think we should set up some kind of a swatch card swapping system, let me know that as well. I am debating, I'm very loosely debating, if I ever get around to doing the membership thing, which isn't anytime soon, whether that comes with swatch cards, because they're just so much fun to do, aren't they, these dot cards. But in the short term, we could definitely do that as a group, even if there's only like 3 or 4 of us that want to do it. I'm happy to organise it, and we can sort that out, and then we can all play, because that's probably more fun than the actual painting a lot of the time, isn't it? I think that's the problem. It's like a little addictive hobby. I'm waffling. I need to stop. You all need to go and get on with your day. Have a lovely day. Thank you so much for coming and joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye. I don't know how to turn you off. Again, same problem every time. Anyone know how we stop it? I found it. Bye.